Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We're up and running then. Tato's selection here is, of course, entirely logical. There are so very many looking forward to seeing him here.
Couldn't agree more, Peter, when you consider how much he brings to the table. We all know about his qualities on the ball, but what I like in particular are his two signature moves. The diagonal runs he makes into the box at full pace, and then the runs he makes out wide, stretching the fences. If he's allowed to do that, his impact could be massive.
Well, his talent level is boundless. He is a boy with bounce in his step. Can he finish? Rude Hullet! That is just a piece of art!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Davids. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Casapia leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Davids. It's Hullet. Now that's well seen too. Messi. Schneider. Tele. Mbappe. Tele! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Davids.
Brazil really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And it's Schneider. Now, can they get him away? Oh, he's big chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, that was highly impressive. He went through them like a knife through butter, so that's raised an alarm or two.
Ambitious ball here, and that's a good ball. Schneider. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Neither of these two want to come off second best. Hullet over to the right flank. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Schneider. Tele. Zanetti promptly onto that, and that is that. Yaya Toure is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Pato. And the shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Brazil with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Rummenigge. Half an hour played now. Rummenigge. Davids. Somewhat off target. He's going for goal! Just off target.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Pele plays the game a step ahead of almost... And Messi! Now, who's going to be first to this? Thuram clears without hesitation. Yaya Toure is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Pato!
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
That looks a cracking ball. Pull it. Chance! In he goes again. It's a goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
Casapia are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Messi is someone with real dynamite in his boots. And that has left him in a heap. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none. Messi! He's having a pop! Schneider! Brilliant! A finish right from the top draw. They are purring, truly purring. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Now it's Mbappe. Can he get on the end of this? And it's half-time. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Casapia, seemingly the only team to have turned up here. It is 3-0 at the break. The second half is up and running. Bullet. Now who's going to be first to this? Pinches it off him. Van Dijk did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Messi, he's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. Not much doubt about who's going to take this one. Great football, shot and save. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. And it's Schneider. It's Schneider! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Yaya Toure. Yaya Toure proves too strong, too smart. And it's Hullet. No, again there's no way through. And he can clear it away. That'll be a throw-in. Played out to the left flank. Real chance! Rummenigge.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Rummenigge. Casapia, gloriously greedy. 3 up and looking for more. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Out of play for a throw. Maldini. Pele, looking to pass their way up the pitch. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Oh, that's well spotted. Pull it. Rummenigge. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. Pele, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Pull it. And it's Yaya Toure. Rummenigge. Played out towards the right wing. Zanetti making good progress on the right-hand side. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner.
There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. Looking tidy in possession here. Tries a deft little ball.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. So a big chance now from 12 yards. This for genuine comfort. And Chet pulls off a sensational save. Well, would you believe that?
A cool head was needed there, and we got anything but. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Messi goes short. Can he finish? A whisker away from making it 4.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
That has not gone well. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Messi. He's picked his way through. And the through ball. Great chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! Just cruising! They are cruising! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Casapia are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. Casapia presented with a golden opportunity here. Czech clearly engaging in mind games here. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Should we have ever doubted him? Cool as you like.
Casapia are having a ball here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Yaya Toure. And it's Thuram. And it's Ronaldinho.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And he's in on goal! Messi! Oh, he's kept it out, that's a great save. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Thuram. Look at the space here. Tries a shot! Oh, special! That is a special goal! About as smooth as it gets. How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
And that is that. So a real showpiece win. This stop was simply far too